for the 6th week in a row.
Hey, recovery is not linear. What can I say?
You're very true. I'd like to welcome our new member, Tony. So let's say hello to Tony.
Hi, Tony.
So now I'm going to open the floor up for him to share his testimony and give you guys just an insight of his life.
My struggle started senior year of high school. It was one night. It was pretty early in the school year. There wasn't really any food in the fridge, and sorry, it's emotional. No food in the fridge. There was really only a top of ramen in the pantry. So I thought I would try it, and ever since then, I've been eating 2 to 3 cups a day. You know, it's been a struggle. Haven't been sleeping well. My grades have just fallen like crazy. I got kicked out of school. Fell into the wrong people. They made me try other types of ramen, man. It was, they really put me on. But peer pressure really got me. It was a hard time, you know. And even last night, last night I had a record. I had 7 cups. I mixed beef with shrimp. I mixed roast chicken with, I can't remember. So much ramen. I don't really remember a whole lot about last night, but I mean, I was pretty crossfaded. Teen drug abuse can have long-term cognitive and behavioral effects since the teenage brain is still developing. Common reasons teens abuse drugs include curiosity, peer pressure, stress, emotional struggles, and a desire to escape. Approximately 20% of 12th graders were reported binge drinking. Substances used by teens include marijuana, alcohol, prescribed or over-the-counter drugs such as Adderall, Xanax, oxycodone, and codeine. There's also synthetic marijuana, cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, which is also known as Molly, inhalants, LSD, also known as acid, and mushrooms. 1 in 5 teens have abused prescription medications. Approximately 21% of high school seniors have reported using marijuana. 1 in 3 parents believe that there is little they can do to prevent teen drug use, despite evidence that shows parental involvement is the strongest factor in prevention. The risks of teen drug abuse include serious illness or injury, suspension or expulsion from school, being fired from jobs and having trouble getting hired in the future, being arrested or sent to juvenile detention, losing friends, family, going broke, debt, deviant sexual behavior, rape, STDs, birth defects in cases of pregnancy, overdose, and possible death.
Teen substance abuse has a severely negative impact on the lives of students themselves. Substance abuse affects teens in school specifically by causing a loss of interest and decreased motivation, which leads to lower grades in their classes. Substance abuse can also have a negative impact on students in their social lives by causing mood swings, changes in their friend groups, paranoia or depression, and secretive behavior. Teens physically change through poor hygiene, unexplained weight loss or gain, diminished personal appearance, and unusual drowsiness. Studies have also shown that drinking in teens can cause lower bone mineral density, higher levels of liver enzymes that indicate liver damage, and shorter limbs and reduced growth potential.
Teen substance abuse not only affects students, or the ones who are using, but it also affects teachers and the classroom. It is difficult to know for teachers when they are able to intervene, since most drug use happens off campus. Essentially, this is the gray area between school intervention and parent responsibility. When teachers have students who struggle with these addictions, stereotypes and prejudice could be associated with these children who struggle with substance abuse. However, teachers may have the tendency to think, this A+ student couldn't possibly, or their family would never let them. As teachers, we need to be mindful of this and steer clear of assumptions. When teachers are made responsible for these students, more motivation or even pressure to be an influential role model by talking openly about it in the classroom could possibly put onto teachers. One major effect that substance abuse has on teachers and the classroom is that teachers could potentially lose their students to this substance abuse, whether it be dropping out or losing their lives. In 2017, a study showed that over 5,000 teens lost their lives to substance abuse. Also, these students are twice as likely to drop out of school due to it. Another effect that substance abuse has on the classroom is that these students could potentially be a distraction, whether it be acting out in class, mood swings, or mood shifts, or even falling asleep during class due to drowsiness from drugs.
Some ways we can handle this issue is by ending the stigma. We must understand that addiction is a chronic disease and encourage our loved ones to seek help and treatment. Unfortunately, only 2 in 10 people who need addiction treatment can actually receive it. This is because many insurance companies do not cover it. Some things we can do to help are to learn about the existing coverage gaps, signing petitions to demand insurance coverage for addiction treatments, and go to social media if you or a loved one has been denied insurance coverage for addiction treatment, and to share your story to help advocate for the enforcement of the Parity Act. Some actions that you can take now are to oppose the 2020 budget cuts to the Office of National Drug Control Policy, to sign the petition to demand insurance coverage for addiction, to demand congressional funding for addiction resources, and to join the movement.
That's all, folks.